Good evening, welcome to the Professor Dor Show. Here is nearly 8:30 p.m. Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya. Hope your day was okay. Mine is doing well. So today I just want to talk about the mysterious girl. So when I was very young in high school, this is in the 1995, I read a story. I used to like to read these mysterious novels written by Agatha Christie, uh, about Hardy Boys. So I read this book. It was dealing with mysterious occurrences in the world. So the story I read about was the mysterious girl. This happened in 1914. Mind you, I'm reading this book in the year 1995. I'm aged 17, and I'm reading a story that happened in 1921. So a couple is traveling by ship. You know, back in the days, people liked ship. Yes, the aeroplanes had come in the 20s, but majority still preferred the ships because ships were very popular back then. So there are these two couple, a young girl, she's aged 19. Let's call her Magdalena. And then she had a boyfriend, let's call him Sam. Sam was a Navy officer aged 33, and the girl was 19, Magdalene. So they set off ship in a big cruise liner. You know, those days, cruise liners used to be very big. I hope you know you have read about the the ship that went that that capsized. So it's 1921. So they sail off by ship. So as they sail off by ship, they're in a cabin. You know those ships used to be very big, and then the people when you buy a ticket to buy for a cabin, you can be two people or four. That's what I was reading in that book. A very old book. I'm sure the book now is it's gone because it was very old when I was reading it. So this Sam and Magdalene are a couple. The first night things are good. They go out for dinner, drinking. You know, in those ships, people are enjoying them. It's like a whole city. We have hotels, we have bars, we have dancing people, we have musicians, we have all kinds of people, the rich, the poor, all mixed. They're traveling from USA, a state, I think from New York, because New York borders the ocean, and all the way to England. Because England and USA are very good, we should like to travel between the two countries. Remember, Britain used to be the former colonial power of America. So now people used to like to travel between the two countries. So they travel, they take several days and all that. Now, as they're traveling, Magdalene disappears. Yeah, she's in the cabin at night. At night, she just disappears. People are like, "Oh, where did this lady go?" So usually on the ship, there are police officers. They start now investigating before the ship reaches England. They interrogate Sam. Where did Magdalene go? Sam doesn't know. And then first of all, they think he's the suspect. But afterwards, they realize that time when they found out that Magdalene had disappeared, Sam did not spend time in that cabin. He had spent it in the bar there dancing with friends. And even someone saw Magdalene going out of the cabin and coming back. So they could be able to trace the time. That this time when Magdalene went back into the cabin, Sam was not with her, he was in the pub. And even when he returned the next day, the people who were cleaning are the ones who found that Magdalene had disappeared. So he had an alibi. So now people are confused because when they check the cabin, those cabin used to have these holes, windows. Those windows you could not open. I don't even know how they just change the ventilation. You could not really open them. They check if there's any opening. They find that there's no, and even that window is so small that a human body cannot fit in. So they wonder, oh, they start suspecting the cleaners. But every person they what's my word, they interrogate has an alibi. So Magdalene just had vanished. So they reach England, they check the whole ship, they do a second investigation, more interrogation of Sam, more interrogation of other witnesses, possible witnesses, Magdalene is not found. So that was 1921. So from 1921 until this day, no one knows where Magdalene Peterson, that was her full name, Magdalene Peterson, disappeared. So this world, there's some things that happen that you cannot really explain. That's why I'm saying the mysterious girl. You can never really even explain. Like me, when I was young, I was in high school. I usually used to leave school very late because we have a national exam. It's called the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education. You do it before you go to university. So I used to leave school late. So as I'm walking, I passed through a field, it's dark. Then a lady just appeared from nowhere. She starts to talk to me. She tells me to help her to cross the road. Now the strange thing, I could not even see her face. When I tried to look at her face, it was dark. I cannot even see. It was like a dark figure. So, and then we crossed the road and we went. Now the next day I heard that time was passing by there. The people who were what a young boy who was just walking was strangled, and his body was thrown. That moment had passed there. So I was thinking that maybe this lady was my guardian angel. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you can never understand. Things are like the mysterious girl. Things are mysterious. Things happen in this world that you cannot explain. You have heard things, aeroplane. Remember that aeroplane Malaysia? It has never been found. In fact, there are two. One, they say they crashed. They found some what? It's called some debris. But there's one which just disappeared. People don't know. They said, oh, the pilot committed suicide, but they have never found fragments. That's what I'm saying, the mysterious girl. This world, there are things that you cannot explain. So sometimes when things happen, don't worry. The world is like that. As you grow older, you realize there are some things that happen that you cannot explain. That's why I always say when you wake up in the morning, pray your God. Treat people well. Don't be what? Don't be selfish. Only think about yourself. Because what happens, you never know what can happen tomorrow. You can just disappear like Magdalene. And the wealth that you have left, that you are guarding so jealously, you find that the people have left it. Misuse it, waste it, and even use it for useless things. They waste all the wealth, they misuse it until it's left. You have seen billionaires. They leave their wealth, and then the people who are the successors or who inherit the land, the property, the children, misuse the wealth. They totally just go on a spendthrift and waste all the wealth until it disappears. So don't be selfish, because whatever you're thinking you are hiding here on earth can just disappear like that. That's why I always say, be generous, help others, help a friend in need, a brother in need, a sister in need. That's why, like the mysterious girl, the world is mysterious. Who knows today? You had the empire, the Roman Empire. It had splendors, gold, everything. There's no Roman Empire. They just disappeared. It's as if they were the mysterious girl. Where we had an empire, imagine, with the whole cities, with golds, with armies, with I don't know what. They were called the legions. But they all disappeared. If you ask you, where's the Roman Empire? No one knows. They just find cities and then they say, oh, this was a city in Rome. No one knows. No one knows even if Caesar really existed. So you cannot really tell, because life is like that mysterious girl. Here today, gone tomorrow. So if you are listening to me and a young person, treat others well. Be generous. Concentrate on your work hard, be honest. Don't think that these things you're getting are there. No. In 100 years, no one will know that you existed. Because even your great-grandchildren may not know you existed. They'll just be hearing. There's someone called Professor Duer, and he's not there. Maybe they'll see this video here, mysterious girl. So that was the story of Magdalene Peterson, a girl who was in a cruise ship from America, New York, to England, London, to see her relatives, and just disappeared. No one knew where she went, whether she was thrown out of the ship, whether she was killed. She just vanished. That's why I'm saying the mysterious girl. The mysterious girl, Magdalene Peterson. It was a very strange happening. And if you like what I'm saying, send something on the mobile number written there so that you can grow the channel and help me give you good content. And as I always say, this is the Professor Duru Show. And as I always say, Gwaheri Gwaheri Akwanan.